cannot allow the crisis of illegal migration to undermine our sovereignty and security. Illegal migration is not just an issue. It possesses security threat and a severe burden on our fiscus. Let us take them back to their respective countries. Put South Africans first is our core commitment.
South Africa, here we are again. Another politician firing up the crowd with promises on putting our people first. This time, it's IFP President Velenkosini Hlabisa at their 50th anniversary yesterday in Soweto. If you're like me, a patriot worried sick about illegal foreigners taking our jobs, straining our hospitals, and weakening our borders, you're probably wondering, is this just more hot air, or could the IFP actually deliver? Today, we're breaking it all down. The speech, their track record, the good, the bad, and whether we can trust them with our vote. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This will help us continue fighting for South Africa's future. Let's dive straight in and figure out if they're the real deal for us patriotic folks.
The IFP firmly supports legal migration only for people with skills that we don't have and we need as South Africa. And those people must be properly documented and be known where they live. They must pay tax like all of us and also comply with SARS like all of us. The IFP will remain your strong voice because we know that the majority of the foreign nationals in South Africa do not possess specialized skills. We therefore are going to work with all departments within the government that let us take them back to their respective countries so that we allow the job opportunities that are occupied by unskilled foreign nationals be allowed to be occupied by the people of South Africa. We cannot allow the crisis of illegal migration to undermine our sovereignty and security. We call on all government agencies to work together within the GNU, using all legal means to repatriate those who are here in South Africa unlawfully and to protect South Africa's borders and communities. Furthermore, we must prioritize the employment of South Africans. South Africans must come first when it comes to job opportunities or social services. An 80 to 20 employment target. The IFP is of the view that at least 80% of jobs in all companies must be reserved, ring-fenced, and preserved for the people of South Africa. Our country's future depends on the opportunity we create for our youth, for our women, and for our small enterprise owners, because only when South Africans prosper can our nation prosper. That is why, even on spaza shops, we want the spaza shops in our townships, in our communities, not to be run by foreign nationals, but to be run by the people of South Africa. Put South Africans first is our core commitments. Whether it's safeguarding our borders, defending our jobs, or ensuring safety, illegal migration is not just an issue. It possesses security threat and a severe burden on our fiscus. We must never compromise on our safety and on our nation's security.
First, the speech itself. Hlabisa went hard on illegal foreigners, calling them a threat to our jobs, security, and public services. He pointed out that most undocumented immigrants don't bring the scarce skills we need, so they should be deported. That way, jobs open up for our youth, women, and small businesses. He even called for 80% of positions in companies to be reserved for South Africans, and he nailed the healthcare issue. Our people show up at clinics only to find no meds left, all because illegals are using them up or smuggling them across the border. As someone who put South Africa first, this resonates big time. We've all witnessed it. Foreigners running spaza shops, filling low-skill gigs, while locals struggle. Hlabisa's push for documentation and taxes from skilled foreigners, plus deportation for others, is spot on for protecting our country. He made it clear the IFP stays firm on this, even in the government of national unity. No watering it down. If you're patriotic, this gets you excited. It's like he's voicing our frustrations loud and clear. But words are cheap, right? The real test is action. The IFP has been talking tough on this for decades. Under Mangosuthu Buthelezi in the 90s, they demanded stricter controls on undocumented migrants. Their manifestos promised to handle migration without crises, send back those without skills, and put locals first in jobs and services. In KZN areas where they hold sway, they've backed crackdowns on illegal trading. One standout is Mlungisi Mabaso, the IFP's MMC for Human Settlements in Joburg.
Yes, I think seven South Africans have boshiwe Zimbabwe. Trouble lapana illegal documents abe bengekho in order. Bangaka abantu beZimbabwe bala. Boshiwe 7, just 7. Thina bagcwele yonke imkhukhu le. Yonke imkhukhu bagcwele. Asikwazi ukusebenza because bavala ispace. Abantu bahlele emkhukhwini, abantu bayanyathela and because mbuku owning njengakanani eSouth Africa.
Akusiyami indlu yaka Carlos.
No, we've got non-South Africans here who are standing in the way of a development. Which we can't demolish because bafuna ukuthola izindlu zama-rent eSouth Africa. No, we can't. Soran.
In that ANC-led coalition, he's running audits and tearing down shacks built by illegal foreigner. Just last month, his team hit Soweto and Alexandra, demolishing illegal setups and arresting people in raids on hijacked buildings. He's all about the law. No hate, just fairness for citizens. This proves that when the IFP grabs a key role, they can make real moves locally, saving housing and resources for us. It's the action we need in our overwhelmed townships. Now let's be honest about the downsides. So far, the IFP's been louder on speeches than on sweeping changes. Even in places they control, like eThekwini or Ulundi, changes are very slow. Illegal foreigners are still all over, with no big new rules for document checks or trading bans. Perhaps we should blame the ANC's national grip for years, though. They allowed our borders and home affairs to crumble. But why not more aggressive pushes in Parliament or local levels from the IFP? It seems like they're only responding to the issues rather than driving the solutions. They're reactive rather than proactive. And the coalitions, that's the trust killer. They're in the national GNU with the ANC and DA. And in KZN's provincial setup, it's chaos. Fights over districts, party egos everywhere. The IFP has allied with everyone over time, from the old government to the ANC. One day they're criticizing weak borders. The next day, they're teaming up with those who weaken them. In this mess, the IFP's cultural roots lean patriotic, and with Hlabisa as a minister, they could drive things like new deportation laws. But these shady partnerships might soften their edge under ANC influence. SA politics is a gamble, vote and hope, but we've been let down too often to easily spot real intentions. So bottom line, is the IFP worth backing from patriotic South Africans? They've got the right message, some wins like Mabaso's work, and now power in the GNU to push changes. Hlabisa's speech screams commitment to battling illegal immigration head-on. But their history on delivery leaves much to be desired, and coalitions cloud everything. If they follow through, real deportations, job protections, border fixes, they could lead the way, especially in 2026 locals, where towns can enforce strictly. For me, they're one to watch closely and pressure. They should team up with groups like Operation Dudula to keep them honest, vote or not. If they step up, they win big. If not, we look elsewhere. What about you? Do you trust the IFP, or is this all hot air? Watch the video on your left to see the ANC forcing the Road Accident Fund to pay illegal foreigners who died in the Limpopo bus crash. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Until next time.